What up, though? Welcome back to another edition of Drip. It's your boy Studio Poe. You know, the topic for today is, what do you value? Have your L lit, sessions with Poe. Have your L lit, pre-roll shorty. Drip, dreams require intensity and purpose. Dreams require intensity and purpose. Drip, let's get straight to it. What do you value? Question number 1. Are values important to you? Are values important to you? That's a good question to ask. Everybody don't feel like values important. And if they do, they don't act like it. So are values important to you? You know what I mean? They're definitely important to me. I really don't know where I'd be without my values. You know what I mean? But not to say that all my values are good values. But are values important to you? That's the first question. I'm just gonna get the wheels kicking in the brain. Get them bitches turning. Alright, so question number 2. How did you obtain your values? How did you obtain your values? They don't just pop up out the blue. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't just discover your values. They ain't just pop up in your mind. You got them from somewhere. You got them from your parents. You got them from your friends. You got them from your family. You got them from your coworkers. Where did you get your values from? You got them from your teachers, your classmates. Where did you get your values from? How did you obtain your values? They didn't just pop up into your head. You don't do what you do just because you want to do it. That's not why you do it. You grab that from somebody else. You internalize whatever somebody else was doing and you liked it. Or you was interested or curious about it, so you decided to try it and do it yourself. And then it eventually becomes a habit. So how did you obtain your values? I got my values from my moms. A lot of my values come from my moms. I got a lot of values from my homies, which some I agree with, some I don't agree with. But that's how I obtain them, being around my homies every day, growing up. Being in the house with my mom, she stuck a lot of stuff in my head. She stuck a lot of things into my mind. You know what I mean? So, how did you obtain your values? Where did you get them from? Just analyze it. So you won't be thinking, like they just popped up. They came from somewhere. So figure out where they came from. Question number 3. Do you have any values you disagree with? Do you have any values you disagree with? Because I have a few. I'm sure you do too. It's a habitual thing. At first you liked something and you began to value it. And as time goes by, you mature, you change, you don't value that no more. However, you still continue to do it. You know what I mean? Even though you don't see value in it because it's habitual. But you did value at one point in time. So, the things that you do value, are there any ones that you disagree with? You want to bring those to the forefront, keep them in front of your mind, so you can go ahead and make those changes, take those steps in order to get that out of your system, out of your habitual way of living. Now, one thing I disagree with, as far as my values, unfortunately, I put value in a freaking Black and Mild just because I'm a habitual smoker. I smoke marijuana and I smoke tobacco. And I wish I did not smoke tobacco. I gained that value from high school when I first started smoking weed. Me and my homies, we felt like smoking tobacco would do extra to our high. So that's why I value tobacco. But I hate it. I really do. I know it's killing me. I know it's bad for my health. It's bad for your breath. I know all of that. You know what I mean? So that's one value I disagree with. And there's many more. You know what I mean? Like saying nigga. I can't stop. I say nigga just because I was raised on saying that word, but that's not one of my values. I don't value the word nigga. I don't value saying that. However, it's habitual. I was raised around people saying it all the time, and I internalized it, and I use it in my everyday speech when I'm with my friends or anything like that, with some common people, not when I'm trying to be professional. You know what I mean? When I'm not trying to be professional, I use words, all type of stuff. However, I don't value it. It's something I disagree with. It's just habitual. So I just want to bring that to the forefront. And I want you to think about the values you have or the habits you have that you disagree with. Got to keep those in our mind. Question number 4. Have you considered alternative values? Have you considered alternative values? Have you? Are you a Christian? Have you even thought about any other religion? I know a lot of people value Christianity, but just a question and all of this. Have you considered Buddhism? Have you considered Judaism? Have you considered any other type of religion besides Christianity, if you are a Christian? And if you're not a Christian, have you considered Christianity? If you're somebody as an atheist or you believe in other things, have you considered Christianity? Just alternative. Not to say that you have to take that step and fully commit yourself to it. I'm just trying to open your mind up to the alternatives. For me, smoking tobacco, there's alternatives. I can work out and break that habit. I can find another hobby. I'm considering alternatives to smoking tobacco. And I'm going to smoke marijuana, but I don't want to smoke tobacco. So I'm considering the alternatives. I'm trying to do other things to fill in that void. So have you considered alternatives to your values? Any value you have, whether you agree with it or not, have you considered alternatives? Just the options, just to see what's out there so you don't become complacent and narrow-minded. That's all I want to get you to think about. Question number 5. Is having values a good thing or a bad thing? Is having values a good thing or a bad thing? Are you a bad person because you don't have values or you don't put value into a lot of things that other people put value to? Are you a bad person because of that? Are you a good person because you have values? Because you put certain things up on the echelon. You strive to do certain things. You look down on things that's beneath you. Does that make you a good person? Is that a good thing because you have values? Or is it a bad thing that you have values? In my opinion, it's neither. It's neither good nor bad. Values are just something, you know what I mean? It don't make you good because you have values, because you can have bad values. And it don't make you bad because you don't have values, because you could still be a determined person. You could still be true to yourself, you know what I mean? You could still be a loving person. So it's neither a good nor a bad thing. It's just something. It's reality. You either value things or you don't. You have value in some things or you don't have value in some things. It's not good or bad. You know what I mean? I just wanted to put that out there. Question number 6. Should values be constant or fluid? Should values be constant or fluid? Should you have the same values for 20, 30, 40, all of your life? 20, 30, 40 years, all of your life? Should your values be consistent? Never change. You value what you value and you sticking to it, and that's that. Nobody's need to persuade you out of it. You're good. Or should your values change constantly? You know what I mean? Like you learn one thing, but you learn something else that got you, that's pretty much contradicting what you just learned. So now you have to reevaluate the whole scenario. Now you have to reevaluate all your values you have about that situation. So should they be fluid or should they be constant? Should you be changing your values as you grow and you become a better person and you mature? Or should your values be the same? Should you have the same values? You know what I mean? From whatever you learn, from your family, from church, from your friends, from your neighborhood. Like, should they be constant or should they change? You know what I mean? We only got one life. We need to keep this in mind. It's very important. And last but not least, question number 7. What do you value? What do you value? What do you put at the top of the food chain in your life? What is your number 1 priority? Your number 2 priority? Your number 3 priority? What things you not budging on? What things you not gonna give in to? You know what I mean? Because you value it so much, it don't matter. You would die for it. You would die before you give in to a certain situation or a certain thing or a certain somebody. What do you value? I value my life, my family. I value what money can do for me. I don't value money in itself. I value what money can do for me. Know these things. I value the power of love, the power of influence. I value these things. What do you value? You know what I mean? I value transportation. I don't value my car. My car is not, it's not all that. I don't value the car. I value the transportation it provides. I've been without a car. I've walked and I've rode buses. So I value my car. Transportation, the transportation aspect of it. So what do you value? Just bring these things into your mind, into consideration. I want you to think about them. I want you to improve on your values, or, you know, change them if need be. I don't believe values should be constant. I believe they should change. So take these things into consideration, and I'll catch you on the flip. It's your boy Studio Poe. You ain't heard of him yet? Holla.